So as a college student, I was very nervous to have an internship. You feel like you don't really know anything. You don't necessarily know how much value you will add. You don't know if you'll just be scanning stuff, just kind of there is some help.
Something that I really wanted to look for, not only when I was talking to firms at career events, but also on a one-on-one level, I was really paying attention to the culture of the firm.
The main differences between accounting firms really is the people. And so finding the right group that I wanted to be around was important to me. And from the get-go, the people that I met at KSM, they were the top pick for me. They were the people I wanted to be around.
You hear at a lot of firms how competitive it is and how burnout people get. The staff are competing against other staff and the managers are competing against other managers. Instantly, when I first joined KSM, I was being helped by my colleagues and I could see that team interaction constantly.
I had 3 different public accounting internships. The biggest differentiator for me with KSM was just how much time they spent training me. On day 1, I had someone walk through an entire tax return with me from beginning to end. Everyone up to the partner level would take an hour out of their day even to meet with me and discuss one of the more complex topics.
Once your training is done, you get right to it. You start immediately. You start rolling like you're part of the staff. You really are just vibing with all the people around you. You are actually a part of the audit. You are handling portions of the audit that your team has trained you for and feel that you can comfortably take on. It was by far a phenomenal experience to be able to do that, and I learned far more during then than I ever did in class, for sure.
When I went back to school, I felt like I was over prepared almost. Like I'd be going through things in my classes and I was like, I've learned how to do this. And not only have I learned it, I've learned how to apply it to my real life clients that I was working on.
Every single day I woke up excited to go to work. During busy season, we even had to work on Saturdays. And I remember telling my parents, like, I honestly do not mind having to go into work on a Saturday because I enjoy the people I'm working with. And I honestly truly believe that I was able to see KSM's culture even more so once COVID started. I think it highlighted all of the positive aspects of their culture.
Everyone kind of panicked. I mean, the whole world didn't know what to do. KSM reacted flawlessly, honestly. People had set up virtual happy hours. Even some of my coworkers would just kind of randomly Zoom call or like FaceTime me during the day, just kind of checking in and saying like, how are things going, not only work-wise, but like personally, are you doing okay?
We were able to also choose our hours while we were working from home. So like there'd be days where it'd be nice and sunny in the middle of the afternoon and they were like, Caitlin, go take a 1, 2, 3 hour break. And just as long as you get your hours, they don't care when you get it done because there's that level of trust.
The internship skyrocketed my accounting experience. By far the best learning experience that I could have had. Despite KSM still being very tough, it was a lot more comforting knowing that the people there were very supportive, very welcoming, made me settle in a lot easier.
We had team happy hours a few times during the virtual experience and we played games via Zoom, and there was a rap contest that went on where people were trying to like do rap battles against each other that were accounting related. Honestly, it was all of the like email and video and just phone call communication during that time that made me realize like, wow, KSM's culture is so fun.
One of my fondest memories was, just sitting at my desk. Managing partner David Resnick pops his head around the corner. He's like, John, come here. And honestly, at first thought I was in trouble. And then go into his office and, there's a couple of us in there all just watching the end of the IU game together, being able to cheer on the Hoosiers as a group, just felt so welcoming and so comforting knowing that, I really was kind of part of the family at the time, even as just an intern.
Before I went back to school, KSM had offered me a job and I instantly was like, yes, I would love to come back. Didn't even like second guess it at all.
To have a job locked up in general before the master's is over is just the most comforting thing that I could ask for. And to have it at KSM just is the icing on the cake. I mean, it is by far the number one place that I want it to be.
Everyone has your best interest in mind and they want to help you grow professionally, personally, anything that you could imagine or want, they are more than willing to accommodate that.
Truly think about what you want in a company with what values they have, with the type of people that you work with.
Think about what you want in a career, and if you want a family, then KSM is where you want to go.